We're now joined by head coach Phil Neville. We'll get started with opening remarks.
Nice. Well, I'm really pleased. I was really confident before the game. On the day after the game against Philadelphia, even the performance against Philadelphia gave us great belief. The day after the game, we gave them the day off, and they came in and they all wanted to train, they all wanted to play. I thought in the first 20 minutes we didn't start at all. I thought we were really leggy and sluggish, and we didn't connect passes. We were playing too many long balls. And then the minute, I think we had one passage of play where the keeper, Drake, played it into midfield and we turned, and then Motta started to dictate the play. And it settled us down. The goal really settled us down. And then I thought we were in control. Always thinking about how we could get that second goal. And I think what you saw that the match winners, really, the people that won us the game were the substitutions that came on. Gonzalo the last 2 days has been really, I'd say inwardly really frustrated, but he's trained like a real, probably the best I've seen him train in probably 2 years. And he goes out there and plays like that. Victor Joa, Robert Taylor, Robbie Robinson, and May Mabika. Them 5 players really give us the edge at the end. And I was super pleased with Gonzalo because he's hurting. He's really hurting. He's a proud guy who wants to play every game, but knows at this moment in time his role might be just that for this moment in time. But I thought he was different class when he came on. And there's a great spirit and togetherness, and there's a great belief that we're heading in the right direction. And we're now beginning to make Drive Pink a little bit of a tough place to go, where it's been easy for teams in the past, and we're playing some great football. I thought Motta had his best game for this football club. I thought he showed tremendous courage and bravery to get on the ball. We subbed him in the 60th minute, I think it was, in Philadelphia, to make sure that he could be fully ready for tonight. And I thought he was absolutely outstanding. He made the team play, and I think the goalkeeper's just playing in the zone. And I'm super proud.
If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get started with Austin, then Alex.
Congratulations on the win, Phil. I wanted you, if you could, to continue to touch on the depth a little bit. You always talk about naming a 16 rather than 11. I feel like you executed the substitutions perfectly. I mean, what kind of advantage does that give you against other teams when you can use 16 players like that?
I thought today was the first time I looked to my bench, and I left Quinteros off the bench today. Breck Shea, George Acosta, Edison Ascona, Ian Frey. It was the first time where I had to make a decision for the bench, and then Emerson and Mo Adams didn't even get on. And I was like, I turned to my coaches with 5 minutes to go and said, can we put Mo and Emerson on? And I'd forgot that we'd already used 5 subs. It showed we had depth. You think about Robbie coming on, Robert Taylor coming on, Gonzalo coming on, and then having Emerson. They're game changers. They're players that can come on and actually change a game for us and score us a goal. And for us to be successful, we're going to have to have everybody fit. We're going to have the wide players do that much work for us that they're going to have to accept that they're not going to play in every minute of every game, and that they're going to have their games and their moments when, and they're going to have to we're just going to have 4 wingers that are just fresh all the time, but they need to be fit. Robbie needs to deliver for us. Robbie needs to be fit. Robbie needs to now say, well, do I want to join the party? Do I want to jump on the bus? Because the rest are.
Next question, Alex. Then we'll come to the front.
Hi, Phil. Congrats on the win.
Thank you,
I want to touch on Bryce Duke a little bit. You said a couple of weeks ago that you guys see him as a big-time player and he's developing really well. What did you see in him in this game, and his relentless pressing and his legs and his attacking ability? What does that bring to the team? How does that push the team forward?
I mean, I was nearly not going to play him because he'd worked that hard the other night. He'd played a lot of 90 minutes, the most he's ever done in his career. And I do think he played fatigued. Some of his final passes were a little bit, when your brain goes a little bit, your quality goes. But by that play, that boy can play. And I just thought, no, let's just squeeze another little bit out of him. He's going to be a really good player for us. And I think there's going to be times when we'll just have to rest him, but there's times when we just have to let him go. And he's not surprised me one bit because I saw quality in him, and we're really pleased with how he's developing. The difficulty now is you see that Victor comes on and plays the way he does. Robert Taylor scores his first goal, which has been massive for him. We've got real competition for places. We go to Orlando on Wednesday now, and we will probably have to make 2 or 3 changes, but we're going there to win. We're going there with our strongest team. We can only pick 18 on Wednesday, which means that 5 or 6 are going to miss out probably on Wednesday. Robbie obviously suspended. And we've got players now really, really happy with what's going on.
We'll come to the front now.
Hi, you talked a little bit about the belief before, but can you talk about the mentality that the guys have and how that changes when you beat a team like this, maybe that's on such a hot streak of the unbeaten streak there? Can you just talk about the mentality and the change you see in the guys as a whole?
Yeah, well, we spoke before the game today about last season's game here when they bullied us. They bullied us. They overrun us. They outfought us. And I watched that video the other day, and I was quite embarrassed, really. And what I said to them before they go out is that when you play against a team that wants to bully you, you've got to get the first punch in. You've got to hit them right where it hurts early on, and we didn't. We started so poorly, but I thought that we took the game to them. You know, I feel as if the Florida heat, the humidity's got to be our X factor. I've always thought that teams coming down here, high energy teams like the Red Bulls, you just can't press like you can when you're in New York, you're in DC, or you're on the West Coast. It's just impossible. This has got to be our X factor. And I thought after 20 minutes, we realized that they were probably not going to press us as much as we thought. We probably would have had an extra pass, an extra touch, and we started to play. And we ended up controlling them, which was really pleasing, because last year they taught us a lesson in terms of sort of like pressing us.
Next question, Austin.
I think you talked midweek about it, but knowing what a win in terms of points would do for you guys on the table, and now you're 1 point away from a playoff spot, about a third through the season. This result and the past result against Philly, against 2 top sides in the Eastern Conference, I mean, what does that do for you guys? What does it say about the team and how they're developing?
Yeah, we're on a good run. We're on a really good run. I didn't think we got our just rewards against DC and against Charlotte, but that was part of our learning process, being ruthless. I think there's a clear identity now to the way that we play. There's a clear identity to the behaviours of my football team, and we feel as if there's so much growth still to come. Players are still getting better. Players are still developing. Players are still adapting to Florida, to Miami, to this league. So we've just got to keep going, persevering. We've done nothing yet. We've won a game today. I think we've maybe gone up 2 places. We want to go up. We want to be in the playoff positions. We want to be challenging the top teams. And that means that we've got to consistently play well, not just 1 or 2 games, not just 5 or 6 games. We've got to consistently play well over 38 games. And I think what you see at the moment is consistency in performance, consistency in behaviors. And it looks good.
Thank you, Coach.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.